Jen with Ital, Chris, Fish, and Fitzy. And let's see who jumps out first. I have a strong feeling that a couple of teams will jump out early on, possibly going to Impala, with Elazar and Campo Militar being popular choices all round, with Picardo, Los Leones, San Martin, and Montenuevo as the favourite hot drops of the Miramar map. And we have Team 24, Team 8, Team 22, and 17, along with 23 and 2, all dropping early. And we now have teams 16, 20, 19, and 15 all dropping. A couple of them going to Picardo as first thought, with teams 12 jumping out late, with teams 18 near the end of the drop, just going past El Pozo, and Zen Wobbly, and the Zen team being the last to jump with team 21. Each team spreading out across the map, so we will have a lot to view during this scrim. And we have shots going off already with teams 2, 5, and 10 all trying to loot and fight their way through to progress further in this match today. And we have Ace Heart getting the first knock of today's match. So let's have a look now with players 5 and 10 continuing to fight on. And we have LHZ Grizzly getting the knock on Riot Envy. So whilst we leave Jen looking out ahead, let's have a look at another team. And that's Ace Heart getting a knock on Faceless, with LH Grizzly getting another knock on Baxter. So let's jump over now and have a quick look. And that is Riot Envy with low health, and Grizzly potentially either thirsting or going in for the straight kill. And that's Grizzly getting the kill on Riot Envy, with Jen getting a knock on Zen Siren, who we left just a moment ago. And hello to Sons of Odin Snake, who has just jumped into the stream. Thank you very much for joining us. And we now have Elf Quan getting the knock on level 1 Ubrix. And whilst Team 22 progress across the mountains of Miramar, let's jump over to another team and see how they are doing. Let's have a look at Sons of Odin, the current champions of the Gen Scrims. They won match number 1, and they will now try and maintain their winning streak for match 2. And here comes Munin with a Jeep, one of the better vehicles to have on Miramar, because it can only just cope with the awkward terrain. So whilst they take a lovely casual drive, let's jump over to another squad and have a look at OND, who are getting knocks of their own at the moment. And that is Cronus getting the knock on Rhymes. And that is Psycho dealing the killer blow with the remaining member of Team 16, level 1 Bunny, trying to stay out of the action at the moment, giving her team a chance to get a better placement for scrim number 2. And on the left, we've just seen Jen Chris get a knock of the Ace team. But we still have 83 players alive, so it is still all to play for on game number 2. And the Vision Titled has just got a knock on Towel and Windle, getting Wilo. Titled getting Windle, and Missy getting Jen Chris, and Jen Fitzy coming in with a brilliant grenade to knock, and Nyman getting Towel, Fitzy getting Clarky. So clearly something is going on over there with a lot of knocks. So let's jump over and see what we can look at. And here we have Chris being revived now by Itel, with the Ace team still close. Ace Hart getting a knock on Jen Fish there. And let's have a look at Fish now, and they are looting their kill with Jen getting a very well-deserved squad weight there. So whilst they celebrate their victory, let's go on to another team, and let's take a look at the map, where we can see Team 17 and 22 quite close together up at Campo Militar. We have JX at the moment looting with the right squad, team number 8 approaching fast, with Carbon looking to push from the back, getting the knock on Riot Alex, with Ultra running to the right, possibly seeing whether there is anything they can do for teammate. But as we can all appreciate, in a scrim match with JX getting the kill there, sometimes, although you'd love to, you just can't do anything. Sometimes the best thing to do is to just walk away and still try and get some placement and some kills on their own. And with Ultra throwing some smoke there, and all of Team 17 fast approaching, it could be the end for Riot Ultra, with JX getting the kill there. So whilst Team 17 continue to loot Campo Militar with the zone fast approaching, let's have a look at the map and see who we will view next. We have Teams 20 near to a drop, with teams 12 and 16 close together, with team 16 just on the edge of a red zone there. And we have teams 24 very much in the blue zone at the moment. So let's jump over to teams 21 who seem to be coming into a full on fight to the finish, with NTX Lotus getting a knock, with OND Psycho getting a knock on Valley. So let's have a look at the Sons of Odin team. We now have Valley down, we have Jacko knocked, and we have Munin and Badman trying to get some sort of distance so that they can re-evaluate. And that is Cronus getting the kill on Sons of Odin Jacko, with Munin up at the top trying to get some sort of scope in, with Badman by the car, which is now smoking. For those of you watching the stream, I do apologise. I've just been made aware of a glitch whereby you cannot hear my game sound. I can hear the sound, so hopefully it will come out on the recording. So when I post it later on today, you can experience the full match as it was meant to be heard. And we have teams 12 continually firing at team 18, with level 1 Bunny coming in as well, with Badman and Munin making their escape on Buggy. And as they make their getaway, let's have a look at another team, with Wilo getting a pan knock on Ket Venom. Let's see if we can go and join them now and see what has occurred. With Wilo taking a boost to replenish the small part of his health that has been taken, looting the box here, with the car on fire, meaning at least one, maybe two shots could put that vehicle out of action. It would be wise for them not to use it, but unfortunately, I am here, they are there, and they will be the ones to make the decision today. And as we can see, we have Team 4 in the very near distance. They may come across Team 11, with Grassroots Hippie getting the knock on Zen Aaron, with Phil getting the knock on Deadshot. So let's see if we can jump over there now and have a look at what is going on. With Kells getting the kill, Grassroots Hippie getting the kill on the Zen. So Grassroots have just got a squad wipe on their own, unfortunately losing Grassroots Deadshot in the process. But it may be a sacrifice well made if they manage to win the scrim tonight. And level 1 Bunny has just got a knock, and that's Cronus taking level 1 Bunny out of the scrim, meaning that her team will not, unfortunately, have the chance to win the second scrim of today. And thank you very much, y'all, for the lovely comment. Support is much appreciated. So as we approach almost halfway of the second match of today's scrim, we have 61 players still alive. So it is still all to play for. And whilst Grassroots loot up their well-deserved loot, let's have a look at another squad. Let's have a look at DS, who did quite well in last game. They unfortunately didn't win, but their efforts did not go unnoticed, by me at least. And they are in the crater at the moment, near to La Bendita, and they are near to teams 25, with teams 23 and 13 in the very near distance. Team 7, Riot Ghost, is just coming out of the blue zone, And we have two drops in play at the moment. Team 3 going past one now. They may be visiting that drop to see if any loot remains. So let us have a look at Team 18 again with Moonin and Badman to see who they have nearby. They have Team 17. That's Carbon and Vape. That's Carbon getting a knock on Badman. And Moonin could be out very, very shortly, bringing an end to some of the Reading chance of winning. But he is still in at the moment, so we do not know what could happen. And that is Vape getting the kill on Badman, meaning that Moonin is the last man standing of the winning team from Scrim 1. And shots are still being fired, presumably from Team 4. And that is Moonin taken out of Carbon GG. So good game to Sons of Odin. They are unfortunately not going to maintain their winning streak for today, but their efforts must be appreciated. So let's have a look at Jen Darshan and Jen Nick at the moment, driving across Miramar on a buggy with VSN tilted, getting a knock on PWR Clark, with teams 13 in the distance and 57 players still remaining. So whilst they continue looting these small huts, let's look at another team in play at the moment. Let's have a look at Miss, who are near to Team 12 at the moment, just having to jump out of a smoking car with Cronus and Psycho remaining, with Elf Bailey and Elf Kwan to the left, with Miss having the higher round at the moment. This could go in their favour, with Vape getting a knock on Fuji by a presumably well thrown grenade. And that is JX getting the knock on Zem Wobbly. Let's jump over there now and see how they are doing. And that is Zen Queen trying to revive Zen Fuji with only about 20% of their health remaining. And that is JX coming in from the back, wiping out the Zen squad. So whilst they loot their boxes, let's have a look at another squad. Let's visit right with Gavstar, Mickey, Confused, and Andy K cruising along in a slightly rusty old car, heading just past the power station, crashing into a wall as you would any car. Continuing to loot, they seem relatively alone at the moment, so nothing too drastic will go on for the time being. So whilst I let them continue to loot, let's jump over to another team and revisit Vision, who are scoping in towards Team 15, which is 7 Atoms Vision, Seek and Destroy, and PWR Clark, with shots being fired. So Team 11 have been spotted. So it's 11 v 15 with Wilo in the far distance. Killam just healing up at the moment to recover his health. And they have the golden car with smokes being thrown as a diversion to allow them to get a better spot. And the play zone has knocked LHZ with Tilted and Nyman trying to make their escape in the golden car, with shots being fired at them and just crashing on the ridge there, going towards Willow at northeast East 80. And we have Team 11 getting closer to Team 17 in a building, just picking up as much loot as they can, preparing for this fight. A molly has been thrown on the roof opposite. Let's jump over to Wilo, who is just about to scope in on Team 17, with Jen Nick getting the knock on Grassroots Loudgrass. And Grassroots Hippie getting the knock on Jen Nick. Jen Nick killing Loudgrass. DS Scorch getting your Jen Darshan getting Grassroots Hippie. And let's jump over to Darshan at the moment, reviving Jen Nick with Team 24 nearby with Tomo, Buster, and Scorch just over the ridge, with Jen Darshan and Jen Nick remaining for the Jen team, with Malice and Dennis unfortunately dying in battle. And that is Scorch knocking Jen Nick, coming towards Jen Darshan. 3v1, DS Scorch taking cover behind a rock, with Darshan trying to get the revive on Nick, with Elf Bailey knocking Zen Neo, killing Zen Neo, I do apologise. And that is Darshan getting a revive, with DS firing some shots. Buster and Tom are moving to the right. Scorch and Harlan to leave left. And that is Scorch, Tomo knocking Darshan, and that is Buster getting Jen Nick, wiping out the Jen squad from today's stream. So we are 22 minutes in. The zone is changing in 50 seconds, and we have 46 players still alive. So it's still very much all to play for in match number 2 of the Gen Scrims tonight. So whilst we have Team 13 scoping out of their building at the moment, let's jump over to another squad and have a look at the zone, where it's still all to play for, as we have Team 17, Team 15, and that is Vape getting the knocks. So let's jump over to Vape and watch it play. And let's jump over to Team 15, as PWR Clark revives his teammate and blows up their car to give them another aspect of cover, with Team 17 surrounding them, Teams 21 nearby, Teams 15, Teams 11, and that is PWR Clark knocked by Vape Nix, and Jen Chris killing Miss Queen, Psycho getting Andy K, and Riot Confused, Jen Chris getting Miss Fluffy, and Tilted getting Miss Venus, and that is PWR Clark being killed in action, with Seven Atoms Supreme in the ghillie, trying to take out Vape Denny, being unfortunately spotted and knocked himself, with teams 11, 12, and 2 trying to make their way into the zone. And that is the play zone killing R Mickey, with JX getting Elf Quan, Nyman getting Carbon GG, Nick getting Bailey, Psycho getting Gav Star, and Nyman getting Denny, with Vape Nix killing Elf Bailey with a well timed explosion, and Nyman getting Vape Denny, Ethel getting Proxy, Playzone getting Psycho, and DMS Wolf getting Jen. So whilst Jen Ittel is being revived, let's have a look at where we stand with 28 players still remaining. 1 minute 12 until the zone changes, and we are 25 minutes in to game number 2, with Legolas getting a knock on DS Tomo and Vape Nix getting a knock himself. So with them now revived, smokes being thrown, let's jump over to another team and have a look at Legolas, who is spotting DS running towards them over the hill now. So with Buster to the far left. So let's see if they can get any kills. And that is Legolas taken down, with Balor down and Daryl finished off by DS Scorch getting the final kill of that group, with JX getting a knock on Nyman and Right Goddess with what appears to be an M24 shooting now to try and get some more kills and continue the placement. And we now have shots being fired towards Jen and VSN. And let's jump over to them now to take a quick look. With Killam firing shots at Team 7, with Sweet firing on Killam and Killam returning fire, with Team 17 coming in behind, with Tilted getting a knock on Nix and Wilo getting the kill on Genital. The play zone getting Jen Chris, Riot Panda getting Fish, and the play zone getting Vape Nix. And that is Tilted getting JX with a knock, and Cronus getting the kill. With Sweet and Goddess in the distance, Team 11 find themselves on the very edge of zone, with Team 7 coming in, Team 12 making their way in, along with Team number 24. So let's have a look now at where the teams stand. We have Team 24 towards south. We have Team 7 towards east. We have Team 11 in the middle, Team 13 towards south, and Teams 12 towards west, with Wilo getting a knock on Right Ghost with a well-thrown grenade, with Killam getting further shot, with Wilo getting another knock, with Right Goddess presumably going to Ghost for the revive, Killam pushing from the outside, and that is Killam almost getting knocked, with Wilo getting another well-timed grenade, knocking Riot Goddess, leaving Sweet, the last remaining member of the Riot Squad, and she has been killed, taking Riot out of the scrims today by DS Scorch, with Elf Kwan getting Carbon GG, with DS making their way into the zone and being pushed, and Wilo gets a knock on Scorch, with Killam driving in to support the teammate. Wilo possibly getting knocked by zone. Yep, Wilo is down as a result of the play zone. Killam losing a lot of health themselves. This could possibly be the end. Oh, just making it into the zone, leaving Team 11, Team 12, and Team 13 on the opposite sides of the map to fight it out for today's victory on Game 2 of the Gen Scrims, with all teams showing a little damage at the moment, trying to get as much health up. Boosts would be very useful at this point, with Elf Kwan making their way in, with Cronus just behind, Death Squad Elite John and Graden, and Wilo and Killam 2v2 v3, with Tilted just below in that building just there. It is really all to play for at the moment, with Killam just moving past that building there, Wilo moving up, possibly to sneak up on Death Squad Elite. A well thrown grenade here could be all it takes to get another squad light for Vision. And a grenade is thrown, doesn't get it, but Tilted gets the knock on John. Graden gets the knock on Wilo. Killam gets the kill on John. And we will just have to wait and see whether the zone gets the kill or whether Death Squad Elite or Vision themselves manage to get one more kill. And that is more grenades being thrown, with Graden getting the knock on Killam, Elf Quan getting the kill on Wilo, and presumably the zone will do the final blow for Killam, leaving Tilted, Cronus, and Quan to fight it out 2v1 in this final match of tonight. They know where Tilted is, taking cover behind the largest tree in zone. With Cronus and Quan, they will have to make their move, as there is not a lot of cover to keep them hidden. And that is Tilted running around out of zone. And that is it for the match, with the play zone dealing the final blow, meaning that today's winners of match 2 are Elf Quan, Cronus, Bailey, and Psycho, with Vision in second place, Death Squad Elite in third, DS fourth, and Vape in fifth. It has been a brilliant second game for the Gen Scrims. It's been an absolute pleasure to stream for all of you. So all that is left for me to say is please have a good evening, take care, and please stay safe. Good night, guys.